I'm 1 hour away from the wife, about to give myself a flat tire. Could be a bad idea, she's gonna be annoyed. Why not answer the phone?
Hello?
Hi baby, you alright? Are you at home?
Yeah.
I'm about to give myself a flat tire. If it doesn't work, will you be able to pick me up?
Alright. Where are you?
Windsor.
Oh, bloody hell. Alright.
Alright then, see ya. Bye. She sounded not too unhappy. That's a bit weird. Let's get it down. Down, down, down. It's actually quite slow. No more air to come out. I believe that is a flat tire. She's gonna go mad if this doesn't work. I know she sounded happy on the phone, but she's not gonna be happy, trust me. This is the world's smallest pump. I've never used it, hence why I gave the wife a call to check if she's about, if I need a lift to get home. This is supposed to replace CO2 cartridges, something that I always use if I get a flat tire. It costs me a couple of quid each time I use one and inflate, and also it's not very good for the environment. So I've got this. I'm gonna see if this works quite well, which I'm hoping it should. And also, I don't have a mini pump. I never carry one, they're quite bulky. I don't wanna attach it to my beautiful bike called Julia. And I also don't wanna be seen at the side of the road trying to pump up my tire, looking like a bit like a flasher halfway in a bush. So I don't wanna be dealing with them jokes when I'm on a ride with people. So let's see if this works. So this is it, it's on. The cool thing about it is you can set what pressure you want your tire to go to. So I'm gonna set my front tire at 55. I've got a 28 on the front. Let's see how it gets on with this. It's completely flat, as you can see. Get it on there. I think that's on. Wow, that is going up straight away. It's on bar at the moment. That was actually pretty quick. I'm pretty impressed with that. And that is solid. That took no time at all. So that was really quick at doing my front tire there, maybe even quicker than a hand pump. And I'm going to check this out, time it against one of them when I get home. I've got a bigger version at home as well, so I'll test it against the bigger brother version. But I should probably ring up my wife and tell her she doesn't have to pick me up. Let's give her a call. Stacey, answer your phone, Stacey.
Hello?
All right, babe. I don't need a lift.
Okay, good.
All right then, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Wow, she's not gonna have a headache tonight. This ride home, check out the other version. I guess the only problem you could have with this is that when it comes to being used, it might not be charged up, but it's not like you're gonna charge it and it's gonna go dead. It'll hold its charge and it can do multiple uses, so I can't really see that being a problem. Earlier this year, I did the Reading Road Race. Peaked for it, got my training on point, got my nutrition on point, multiple chain gangs of the course, lots of recce's, was ready to go. 10 miles in, my Di2 died. And that was so annoying. It's so preventable. It's like the most frustrating thing I've had happen to me in a race, to be fair. Even more frustrating than crashing, if I'm being honest, because, you know, it was completely and utterly my own fault. I couldn't even blame anyone at my own stupidity. So, yeah, but I can't really see that happening with one of these. It's just a case of checking it's still held its charge every now and then. So it should be good in that respect. And also, like I said, you get multiple uses out of it. I check how many you get when I get home. I check out my one. I think it says you can get like 3. But I mean, you can take it on planes, something you can't do with gas canisters and stuff. So if you're going away, it should fit in your suitcase quite nicely. Just make sure it's not vibrating when you're going through your suitcase. It vibrates. They might look at you a bit funny, you know. And yeah, if you're going on like a van holiday like I do every now and then, should fit nicely into my van. I don't have to take a big hefty track pump. I do have a mini pump, but I don't really use that much, so I think it's quite a good little gadget, if I'm being honest, and something I'm probably going to use a lot because it's already worked for me today. So this is the bigger version, the AS2 Pro Max from Cycplus. This is the one I used out in the wild on the ride a minute ago. In comparison to a CO2, it's probably the equivalent of 2 CO2s. Yeah, pretty small. Bigger version is supposed to be better for mountain bikes, motorbikes, and that kind of thing. It's got a bigger battery. You're going to get more inflations out of this apparently. Let's weigh them, see what the difference in weight is. The small one weighs 138 grams. You get 3 inflations out of that. If you're going to replace that for a CO2, that's 77 with the attachment. Take that off, 60. So you get 3 inflations out of this one. So that's like the equivalent of 180 grams worth of them. So that's that. The bigger one, 227, but you're probably likely to keep this one at home if you're going to use it, and it's like mountain bikes and motorbikes and stuff like that. And the hand pump is 116 grams, quite light actually, but not going to be very aero on your bike, may not be that comfortable in your pocket. And the good thing is though, it's never going to run out unless you get a technical problem. Now I'm going to do a full gas effort on my track pump and hand pump. We'll see if I'm faster than the 2 machines, and we'll also see how many inflations you get out of each one on a full charge. Let's go. Now that is an awful sight what I'm doing in the middle. What am I doing? On the left hand side, that big pump took me 16 seconds, mega fast. The little mini pump of me in the middle, pumping away, took me 1 minute 9 seconds. And the little machine, the Cycplus Pro, took me 41 seconds. And I'm out of breath. That was a VO2 effort, guys. So I have to admit, this AS Pro 2 Max, I was on and off pumping up my tyre, letting it down, re-inflating it with this for about 25 minutes. I lost count of how many times this one inflated, but this bigger one is absolutely awesome. It actually got too hot at one point and then I stopped doing it. But that one you're never gonna have a problem with, I feel, with inflation amounts. The smaller one, they advertised it as 3 inflations. Now I have a 28mm tyre, I'm doing it for 55 PSI. They advertised 3 inflations. I actually ended up getting 4.5. So I'm pretty impressed with that. They can also pump up footballs. So there's some other attachments for them as well. You've got a USB-C charger, I think that's called. Other attachments. So would I recommend them? Yeah, 100%. I think they're awesome. I think if you're out on a ride and you've got bad joints or it's cold, it's a really easy way to pump up your tyre. They are super quick, definitely quicker than a hand pump. Maybe not quicker than a CO2, but then again, you're not wasting money per CO2 that you use, and it's probably better than the environment because you don't have to throw them away every time you use them. And the only problem I would say that they have is I can't imagine they're going to be powerful enough to get the tyre back on the bead if you were doing that, but I think it's perfect to use outside. I think I'm going to carry that all the time when I go outside. Now you've probably seen them advertised a lot on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. Probably makes an awesome little Christmas present. So I would recommend them if you want a Christmas stocking filler. And if you want a discount, you can check out the link in the description. Check out the other videos, they're way more fun than pumps.